Sure. Hey, Felipe, how you doing?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Hey,
Good.
Noah got hurt on the very first play last week, and then Ty got in there, so a little different look on the right side. How do you feel like Dalton and Ty did in there, getting there, first significant action of the season?
Yeah, I think that with Noah going down, he works extremely hard. He's worked extremely hard in rehab, getting his body back. But I thought Ty and Wag, both did a great job of stepping in, and that just goes with preparation throughout the week, being able to be ready to when your name's called, go out there and perform at the highest level you can. I thought they both did a really good job. I thought Coach Davis can attest to that coming in and helping our team, putting us in position to win. They did a good job of paying attention throughout the week and coming in when their name was called. So.
You're an older guy. How much do you admire? They were guys who'd started, they weren't starting, yet when their names got called, they were ready. What does that mean to you as an older guy
That's
yourself?
important, man. It's a super important. Not only just for them, but just for our team. Guys that put the team first. Just different situations. One, was in quarantine, and then Wag being able to step in and come back in. Not once do I hear either of those guys complain. And my locker is right beside them. Those guys don't come in and complain. They come in and they work their tails off just to become the best players they can become. And their name was called, and they come in and they perform. And I think that's what just being on a great team around, surrounded by great players that have the right, mental aspect of it. Those guys just did a great job coming in and doing what they do best. So it was good to see.
Curtis?
Hey, Felipe, it looks like Devion Warren has become a pretty popular target of yours. Could you just talk to us maybe about the chemistry between the two of you guys and how you think he's been doing so far?
Yeah, I thought Davion, he's been doing really good. Not only just in the games. In the games, that shows for itself. But just I like talking throughout practice because I think that's important when it comes to how you perform on Saturdays. He does a great job of running his routes, full speed. Just that helps me out timing wise in practice. And he's a great player. I think he's underrated, super shifty, and he just knows where to be, at the right time. He's a good player. And I think it shows on Saturdays how hard he works throughout the week.
Russell?
As a captain on this team, what's it been like trying to flush the last game and get all your focus on Ole Miss this week?
Oh, absolutely. There's one of the best things I've ever been told in my life is just control what you can control. That's like getting mad that it's raining outside. You can't control it. So, that's in the past. And then, we're focusing on this week. We can't focus on that and then expect to go out here and win this Saturday. So, right when Sunday's over, we're on to the next week. And we're focused on Ole Miss. They're coached really well. They have a really good team, good on the back end, defensive wise. And, we're excited to go out there and have another opportunity. Our team's we're progressing week in and week out, and I'm excited about that. And we have another chance to go out there and show who we are this Saturday. So I'm excited.
Nikki?
Felipe, I think if my stats are correct, you had, a career high completion percentage this past weekend, and, you haven't thrown any picks in 2 weeks. Like, what can you attribute those things to? Like, how comfortable are you feeling in the offense and with your receivers and everything?
Yeah, I think I contribute to a lot. There's so much more that goes behind the scenes than just me going out there and throwing the ball. Coach Browse, Coach, some of the other guys, Coach Martin, all those guys just getting me prepared throughout the week. Making things simple, and that helps me out a lot. And then at the same time, just being able to push myself, and KJ and the other quarterbacks, Jack, John Stevens, Braden, Cade, the whole quarterback room, Malik, all those guys push me, just to be the best quarterback I can be throughout the week as well. So Coach Browse does a great job of coaching me up and helping me just become the best player I can become. And it just shows, or I try to help it show on Saturdays as a reflection of him and our team and how hard we've worked. So, there's a lot more that just goes on than me. So I'm appreciative of all those guys just helping me out. But yeah, it was good. It was fun on Saturday to get those kind of stuff. That was my first time, so it's cool.
Bob?
Hey, Felipe, Coach Pittman said yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I can't remember what day it is, that there's going to be a lot of pressure on the offense on you guys because Ole Miss has scored at such a high rate. I mean, 48 on Alabama, kind of unheard of. What kind of pressure are you guys feeling to move the ball and, like maybe score about every time you get it?
I wouldn't say it's pressure. It's just we go out there and just do our job, do our assignments. I think that's what's most important. I wouldn't say that we're going out there with a pressure on our back to go prove somebody wrong. You know what I mean? I think that it's just all about doing what we're coached to do. And I think that on Saturdays that will show, on Tuesday, Wednesday, those days where it matters when it's hot outside and we're practicing when nobody's watching. Those days are important. And then Saturday, it's just second nature going out there playing football. So we have to have a really good week of practice. Like I said before, Ole Miss has a really good team, offensively and defensively, in my opinion. And, it's an SEC opponent, just like it is week in and week out. Take nobody lightly. You got to prepare like you're going to go out there and you're going to play the top team week in and week out. And that's important to have that mindset. And, like I said, we're excited to go out there and have another opportunity as an offense to continue getting better. So,
Seth?
Hey, Felipe, the offense has started off slow the past few games. In your opinion, what do they need to do to get going earlier?
yeah, I think it starts in starting fast. We have to do a better job of starting fast in practice. We have to do a better job of just starting fast in everything that we do. And I think that's a straight translation from practice to a game. Not necessarily saying we've had bad practices, but we've started a little slow offensively. And then, next thing you know, we start slow kind of on Saturday sometimes. So I think it starts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday practices, starting fast those days, Thursday, getting things cleaned up, the period of time, starting fast, being smooth on offense. That way, when Saturday comes, it's just repetition, it's routine. We're going out there and we're starting fast. So I think we can do a better job of that as an offense, and that'll help us out a lot.
Nikki?
The chances you get Rakeem Boyd this week, I think, are I don't know, maybe pretty good, but getting him back and then also having Traylon there after getting him a lot of good reps, like how do you think having them both ready to go impacts like the way that you guys can move the offense?
Well, those two guys are really good playmakers, Rakeem and Traylon, and those guys have done in the past a great job for this offense, and they this season have done a great job already through the short amount of time we've had for this offense. And it's going to be important that we get those guys. Those guys continue to get back healthy, and by the same time, we have guys as well that work their tails off. And when their name is called, just like the tie in the wax situation, when their name is called, that they're able to step in and perform at a high level. And that's important to have on our team. And we have a group of guys that's super motivated. So it's going to be important getting those guys back. And they're in the rehab room every day, morning, evening. So they're working really hard to get back. And hopefully we get those guys back this Saturday. Difference makers. So.
All right, let me know if you've got more questions in the chat. Bob?
Hey, Felipe. The last time Arkansas won an SEC home game was Florida, your freshman year, 2016. I remember Del Rio started, and I think he got beat up pretty good. Did you make that trip?
I did make that trip. I was here.
Okay.
Stadium looked a little bit different, but I was here.
Yeah. Well, that was a long time ago. I think you were a true freshman. Is it kind of hard? And I know you haven't been here, obviously, for all these other losses they've had to endure. But, I mean, what do you think about thinking about that? Hey, that was the last time Arkansas won an SEC home game, and how badly, I know you haven't been part of this losing streak, but how badly do you guys want to end that? And kind of what do you remember about that 2016 game being a Gator?
Yeah, I do remember exactly what game you're talking about. I remember it like it was yesterday, actually, coming here and playing. But more importantly, I think that, it's about week in and week out, we're going out there to win and not to prove anything really. We're just going to win. And that's my main goal. That's our team's main goal, is that after each Saturday to have a W behind, the Arkansas team's name. And that's important as we're doing everything possible throughout the week to make that happen. So, to just answer your question, it's important to us to get a win. And that's just week in and week out. That's no matter who we're playing. Alabama, Ole Miss, week in and week out, we have SEC games, and they're all good. And it's just important that we grind week in and week out to get those wins. And there's nothing else that's more important. Nobody that's more bigger than the team, just getting a win. Really, that's pretty much it. that's what we're focused on week in and week out.
All right. Thanks, Feleipe.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.